call the Aston Martin DB9 GT a run-out model would be a gross oversimplification, but there's no denying that it will be the last and final version of the seminal V12-powered flagship Grand Tourer that appeared in 2003, and ushered its manufacturer into the modern era, soon after it had relocated to its present Gaydon factory. Nowadays, Aston Martin people are busy in the back rooms expanding their model range for the years beyond 2020, yet even after 12 years in production the DB9 shape and specification still look deeply impressive, especially in this GT guise, with a unique black splitter at the front that matches the one behind. The DB9 has had huge improvements made to it over the years, and this car continues the trend right to the end. There's a feeling, typified by the new sat-nav screen, touch-sensitive console switchgear and a myriad more conscientiously applied improvements, that Aston Martin is using this last of the DB9s to ramp up to its replacement, called DB11, shown at Geneva next March, on sale late in the year, because the DB10 label has already been used up on the forthcoming Bond film. Geneva Motor Show update: Aston Martin reveals the tech spec and pricing for the forthcoming DB11. The 5935cc quad-cam V12 appears for the last time in normally aspirated form, punching out another 30 bhp and thus delivering 540 bhp at 6,750 revolutions per minute, not far short of the output tipped for the cleaner, twin-turbo version that's coming next. But again, there's a strength and a simplicity about the way this engine delivers its power, good enough to be remembered long after it's gone. It still sounds wonderful in the cabin, and the always smooth power and torque delivery are second to none, even if the paddle-controlled automatic transmission is only a 6-speeder as opposed to the 8-slot box everyone else is adopting, including Aston itself for the DB11. There aren't many other headline changes in the GT, barring the name, but the color and trim options are modern and varied. The looming fascia and somewhat confined cabin don't really match the best modern designs, but the whole thing is built with obvious love and care, and it's a pleasure to run your eye along the flawless hand-stitching of the dash dynamically. The car is a beach. The ride is flat and controlled, perhaps a few % softer than hard nuts would like, but ideal for the use we put it to on test, which included a drive to Le Mans. There's a pleasant feeling of tautness about the whole structure, but the damping delivers near-perfect body control with subtle comfort. The steering has been improved in steps since 2003 and now stands pretty close to perfect for a fairly quick and intuitive car such as this. If this feature crosses the divide to the DB11, it'll be good news. On a long trip you might feel a bit constrained by the paucity of interior space. Some will never notice, and compared with the previous DB7 it's like a mobile ballroom, but the footwells are no bigger than they need to be and the fascia intrudes into occupants' personal space in a way the DB11's creators have avoided. The rear compartment, while handy, isn't really big enough even for kids for very long, but that's another criticism that is due to be corrected. If you want to get aboard the DB9 Express before it leaves the station, this is your final opportunity. There's no disputing you'll be choosing a fine driver's car and best of the DB9s, with dynamic standards bang up to date even if the basic underpinnings are a dozen years old. But if you can wait, the DB11 may well be the more exciting choice, because it'll usher in a new Aston look and will be a bit more practical. Best choice of all? Buy them both. Aston Martin DB9 GT price £140,000 engine V12, 5935cc, petrol, power 540 bhp at 6,750 revolutions per minute, torque 457 pounds-feet at 5,500 revolutions per minute, 0 to 62 miles per hour 4.5 seconds, top speed 183 miles per hour. Curb weight 1,785 kilograms, gearbox 6-SPD automatic, economy 19.8 miles per gallon, combined, CO2 333 grams/km, 37%.